So best believe and understand.
You too close.
If whatever you planning ends up hurting my brother in the end, there is nobody on earth that can save you from me. I eat punks like you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm tired of your messy queens coming in here messing with my family. Either you can get in line, or you can be removed. It's your choice, bitch.
So you pepper the pig looking ass nigga.
Hey, all is good. Yo, all is good, man. I need
What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections and spot our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social medias, Instagram and Twitter at A Connection TV. Follow your boy, subscribe, leave a comment, share this video because it's all free to do. Go to my actual website, watchactv.com. It's an online streaming platform similar to that of Netflix, where me and a group of indie artists produce original scripted content that uploads every Wednesday. Also, if you don't want to join my online streaming platform, definitely buy some merch. I got some merch on actvshop.com. Anyways, I want to get into episode 6. It's a brave new world, a new fantastic point of view. Anyways, yo, we got 2 eliminations. Well, yeah, no. Well, last time, no, we didn't get an elimination last time. We got 2 eliminations this episode. Yeah, how easy do I forget? Anyways, so Darrell and Casey choose, Darrell and Kiki choose Casey and Ben to go in because they were trying to manipulate the Aussies. Now, to be quite honest, I can't keep up with the alliances on this. It's too confusing. It really is. You have, and I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. You have Team Australia and Team USA together, trying to get it right. And then you have Team UK versus who's left? I don't know. It's just confusing. I don't know who's with who, who's not with who, but they're all confusing to me, and it's just a lot going on. But Ben is causing rift with the Aussies, apparently, and Kiki wants him out. I guess. Whatever. This particular elimination is between Casey and Ben and Zara and Wes. Immediately when we find out what the challenge is, 50% math, 50% strength, I'm thinking that Zara's gonna lose this for Wes because she's fragile and Casey is not, okay? Casey plays sports, Zara puts on makeup. So it's like she's not gonna be able to hold up these weights. And I'm like, oh, this is horrible. But at the same time, Zara admits that she can't do the math. Honestly, if they were thinking, it would have made sense for, or maybe they couldn't do this, I don't know. But it would have made sense for Zara to call out the equation to Wes and Wes to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Tell her what the answer is and then, you know, do it that way. Why couldn't that be a possibility when the people on the stage get to shout down what they want, you know, get to shout down the answers or whatever to the people playing, so why can't they do it to each other when they are playing? I don't know why they didn't think of that. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make, I don't know. I don't know. That does not make sense at all. Zara struggles holding the weights and she calls out to Wes. I'm like, oh, she about to drop it. Casey looking stiff, like stone cold. And I couldn't understand why Wes wasn't getting the harder equations. Like, why was Ben putting the reds on Zara and he was just going for the blues? Like, doesn't this boy run his own business, and is good with numbers? I would think that Wes is good with numbers. But he's not swaggy, so I guess he's not good with numbers. Zara drops her weights. Wes has great words for the people at the end for the MVPs. I thought that was nice of him. He basically was like, all right, hold on, I want to say something real quick. I want to let all the MVPs know that you guys deserve to be here. Don't let any of these vets tell you that you don't deserve to be here because that's a bunch of bull crap. And I'm like, is it really? No, it's not. I'm a purist, okay? And, you know, I'm one of those people that just don't like when things change all that much. Like, you know, race bending the Little Mermaid just to check off a box. Stuff like that. I don't like that. Like, if a white woman were to play Storm, I would lose my crap right now. And Storm is very much a made-up character. You know what I'm saying? So when you have all these different TV shows and all these different brands joining into the challenge to keep the challenge run going, I'm like, okay, fine. That's what they're doing. They're keeping the challenge run going because eventually Johnny and Wes and all of them are going to KO. They're going to be old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to need more people to play this legendary game. Yeah, but I feel like no matter what happens, you're always going to need some vets to come through. The Challenge USA was trash, and I could not... I watched it just because it was the challenge, but I was not satisfied. And if you come out with another Challenge USA Part 2, I'm not going to watch it if none of the vets are on it. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, I get it. Don't make them feel like crap because they are putting in, you know, the bodies to a dying breed, but at the same time, like, whatever. It was nice what Wes said. And all the MVPs were like, oh, thank you, Wes. They were getting their rocks off. Tori wants Casey and Danny doesn't want Ben. Tori wants Casey to stay because that's her bestie. And Danny wants Ben to go because Ben is causing problems. I think Dana, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it later on. Casey immediately wants to talk to Darrell and Kiki. Emily, Grant, Danny, and Sarah want Ben out. Casey speaks to Darrell, and Darrell says, "We just called the name, and we just called the name because we were in a bad position." It's very interesting how Darrell kind of like punked out. Like, what would have made sense for him to tell them their plan or the reasoning behind it? Nothing. It just wouldn't have made sense. So, yeah, we just said a name and we didn't really know where to go with it. I apologize for that. And, you know, Casey was like, well, I see it was difficult for you to make a decision, so you had to choose. And Darrell's like, yeah. But the faces that Darrell was making was just hilarious to me. The soundtrack during and leading out after this and, you know, playing while they were doing the workouts, it was very daunting. I was like, why is this dramatic ass song is like, why is we so dramatic? It just didn't make sense to me. Amber and Troy are Team Australia. They talked to Casey and Troy. Australia doesn't trust each other. Grant and Johnny are Team Australia. The challenge is called the Rocket Man. So all of these countries are infighting. The only country that really stood up for each other is Argentina. All these other countries there's infighting, and it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's just dumb at this point. Like, I don't understand it. Kaz and Jordan are Team UK. Jordan says he strives in the chaos, and he says that USA and Australia are showing their cracks. They sure enough are. Kellyanne and Tristan are Team UK. They took forever to get out of the water, it seemed, but they won anyway. Casey and Ben are Team USA. They want to take a shot at the Australians and the US to drop their numbers. The USA to drop their numbers. And they're Team USA. It's confusing to me. Johnny and Grant, Team Australia. Now listen, when I tell you I fell out. This man missed the whole completely big balloon down below and ended up landing on what would have been like a harder situation to land on from that height, and ended up injuring his knee. And although I was dying laughing because it was hilarious and Johnny did not go in. Oh God, that boy came down, he said, he went in between the thing. He went in between the thing and Johnny said, bloop, blah. I was dying laughing. I'm sorry, I know he got hurt, but the shit was funny to me. Oh God, it was hilarious. I said, oh Lord Jesus, this man won his season, gonna come in, try to move the dial, baby, and he gonna injure himself on a balloon, child. What? Justine and Johnny, Team USA, she cleared all the bars. Tori and Danny, Team USA. Sarah and Theo, Team USA. I have to write this down because I be forgetting. Darrell and Kiki, Team Australia. Amber and Troy, Team Australia. Benha and Jody are Team Argentina. Emily and Yes, Team Australia. That woman was swimming like nobody's business, but she was nowhere near close to winning because, unfortunately, Wes didn't declare that much. Emily is not that strong, and I don't know why Emily jumped and not yet. Like, I don't know why they're making these dumb decisions. Like, Wes deciding not to drink the freaking drink. Like, what? Made no sense to me. I could understand it. Like, they're making these dumb decisions. Like, why would Zara hold the weight? That's dumb. That is so dumb to me. Casey, I can understand. She got mannish arms. But, like, Zara, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Anyways, 1 second separated Kellyanne and Tristan from Kaz and Jordan, and they're both on the same side, so it really wouldn't have mattered anyway. But Tristan and Kellyanne wins, and I'm happy for this. Why? Because there ain't nothing better served than a dish served cold. What? You know, because she gets to get her revenge against Janae and Grant. Like, it's like, how you gonna be my friend, tell me I'm safe, and then throw me in? Johnny comes in, interrupted Tori, Sarah, and Danny's conversation. Sarah and Danny don't want to be played by the vets. I feel like because they won their season together, technically she ain't win shit. They watched every season of the main challenge and they don't trust the vets. Some of y'all were in the comments like, it don't make sense for them to trust the vets or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, like, the way the game is moving now, no one knows who to trust. Like, everyone's saying, I trust you, but not really being trustworthy or whatever the case may be. So it's just a lot going on, to be honest. And I don't know, it's just too much going on. I get where Danny and Sarah are coming from, but they don't know these people well enough to just be making these kinds of moves and plans. Especially when it's an MVP and a legend together in the partnership. How are you gonna try to get out? I don't know, it's just, like, it doesn't make sense for me. Then Sarah blows up on Johnny. We don't know why, because MTV continues, or Paramount Plus continues to give Johnny a good edit so he doesn't come across any particular way. Whatever. Amber says she will start, let's try something new. And I'm like, oh girl, what you about to do? Like, what you finna do? I love Amber, but ever since I found out she got that issue, I'm like, girl, don't be trying too much, honey. But she come out and say, she won Emily and Yes in there, and Ben and Casey, Amber and Yes. And she calls out Sarah and Theo, I believe is who she called out. I don't have it in my notes, but it is what it is. Ben and Casey planted the seed to Amber to get Emily and Yes out. Theo calls out Tori and Danny to go next since they are close or something, and Danny says, I'll pass it. But I was confused by this because isn't Sarah with Theo? Why is Theo and Danny having an issue with each other? And I'm so confused of why Danny was like, why they were going at each other and they're supposed to be, I thought they were supposed to be in the USA Alliance, I thought. But Tori's like losing her mind, doesn't really know what to do or whatever the case may be. She's trying to get insight from the people at the table. And Danny's like, well, you're going to have to wait a minute. Like, you're going to tell me what to do. You have to wait a minute. I'm a grown-ass man, you know. Danny's so fine, though. Danny's so fine. Ooh, when he got out that lake, baby, he is fine boots. Anyway, they end up, which, I don't know. It was confusing to me. But Tori, sometimes she don't be knowing what she's doing. She burns her vote on Jordan and Kaz. And I just was like, why? Like, it just, I don't know. And even Jordan was like, well, go ahead, make the decision. Like, go ahead. Benha and Jody, Yes, and Emily go in. Kelly and Tristan are on the top. Janae and Grant are at the bottom. They had to go. Team Australia lost because, you know, Grant was injured. And I felt like Grant wanted to cuss out Johnny because Johnny was like, all right, Grant, let's go. You're taking up the time or whatever. And Grant was legitimately hurt or whatever. So, you know, they let that slip through the cracks. And I don't believe that Johnny is completely reformed. I believe that he's just as much as an a-hole as he's been in the past. And, you know, for Sarah out of nowhere, according to the edit, it was out of nowhere, but we don't know what we missed. For her to be like, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm like, well, we don't know how he talked to you because the challenge always put Johnny in a good light. I don't know. It's just a mess for me. The other teams are brought back, and it's nice that Kellyanne and Tristan got their revenge. I'm happy for it. It was a cool thing. We got 2, you know, challenge eliminations, and that's fine. You know, it sucks that Wes and Zara is gone. Wes is great for TV, but it's really getting messy now. And you know, Casey and Ben think they somebody to be questioning. Don't question me. I threw you in because I wanted to. I had no other choice. Like, who else was I gonna call? It was just a flip of the hat in my head. End of conversation. Like, who are you talking? Like, girl, what? Girl, to Darrell? And mind you, Darrell is just sitting there like she about to do something to him. Like, and at the end of the day, it's like, how the MVPs are trying to say that the MVPs don't belong or whatever. Child, I'm looking Casey up and down like, once upon a time, Casey used to be an MVP. Casey ain't nobody's legend. The hell? She don't even come from the challenge, Road Rules, Real World. She comes from freaking Big Brother. And how she dare come down on Darrell, who's been in the game for 80 years. Child, and Darrell playing along like, I don't know. Wouldn't have been me. Wouldn't have been me. I would be like, Casey, who you talking to? What? Who you talking to, girl? I done won 4 times. 4 or 5 times, girl. You won once off the technicality. What we talking about? Child, bye, miss me with that. She won the challenge just like she won a Big Brother off of somebody else's coattails. Child, miss me with it. Casey ain't nobody's like, who's she questioning? Like, what? Who is she? Child. She was questioning Darrell and Kiki because Darrell like, oh. I would have been like, what happened? What do you want to talk about? Oh, we just really didn't know who to vote in, so we just voted y'all in. Hope no hard feelings, Yeah, it is what it is. Next time, hopefully y'all don't get a stalemate. All right, I'm about to go eat some pizza. Like, don't question me. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What? Who you talking to? Hey, y'all, I auditioned for a reality show, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I might be one of those people that got to audition like 17 times. But maybe if they know what's good for them, they put me on their screens. If they know what's good for them, they put me on their screens, baby. They put me on there. Baby, what? Baby, I'll be like the Mel. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna. Cause y'all know what show I auditioned for. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Deuces.